Gotta get a replacement mother box. Anyway, live on tape from a top secret undisclosed location hidden somewhere deep in the heart of historic downtown St. John's comes in the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, Wallace Ryan. And this is his spinner rack, who I call Spinny. Anyway, cheers. Seems like I did one of these just the other day, you know? But hey, I'm back again. Back for more, back for more. And got a few good books in here today. Alright, the comics at the store came late, so instead of Thursday, which they usually do here in Newfoundland, they came on Friday, which is today. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit early. It's probably around 7 o'clock Newfoundland Standard Time here, so a little bit early in the evening. Usually most times I shoot these, it's like around 10:30 or 11 at night. But I got all my work done, and before I sit down and watch some cartoons and read some books, I figured, hey, why not do it now instead of later on this evening when I'm probably going to be tired, right? Yeah. Anyways, what do we have here first? Okay, first on tonight's show, we have from Brian Fies, is it, I guess? Fies, A Fire Story. He apparently lost his house in the, what was it, which fire was it? In 2017 he lost his house to a fire, the Tubbs fire, and he wrote a graphic novel about it. Apparently, I think it started out as a web thing, and I think to sort of deal with losing his house, and then it blossomed into this big on graphic novel. I like the coloring too in it. It's very basic. It looks pretty interesting too. I'm looking forward to reading this. As someone who lives in a wooden house in a totally wooden downtown area of the city, I share the fear of fire, especially with all these books I got in here. Anyway, it looks like a really cool one, and so I recommend it. Check it out, folks. This is from Abrams Comic Arts, Abrams Books, yeah. And let's see, ooh, winner, Emmy Award for Best Public Current Community Affairs feature segment. First place feature story, California Newspapers Association, shortlisted for the 2018 Cartoonist Studio Prize. Cool, nominated for an Ignatz Award. So, looks like it has some good recommendations there. Oh, where's my... I gotta get my knife. Hang on a second there, folks. I've been cleaning up my studio, so it's everything is everywhere else, so it's kind of got everything lost. Okay, let's see. Next here is Voyage to the Deep. Woo! Voyage to the Deep. This was sort of a let's say an homage rather than a rip-off of Voyage to the Bottom of the Deep. In the 60s, Voyage to the Bottom of the Deep was this cool new TV show. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, but you know, I kind of liked it at the time, and I can remember we were big fans of it. And so I guess Dell Comics, wanting to get in on the craze, got Sam Glanzman to do a few issues. I think there were only 4 issues of it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was 4 issues were done of it, and they're all in here. Glanzman, of course, is best known for his what was it? His soldier. What was it? The USS. Oh, what is it? He's best known. Oh, let's see, he probably has it in here. Glanzman. Yeah, A Sailor Story. And he just died, as a matter of fact, about 2 years ago, anyway. And anyway, you know, it looks pretty cool. Introduction by Stephen Bissett. So pretty cool, but I love the cover too. But yeah, I love Glanzman stuff, the Soldier Story and all his other stuff. When he also did the Hercules. He's done. I got quite a few things by him. But this is another beauty to have on board here. I love that cover too. Pretty cool, hey? But Glanzman, he's got a really cool style to him. That really fits for this type of comic, right? But yeah, check it out anyway. This when I seen when I seen it at first, it was just like, oh, I gotta get this just because of the link to Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. But when I found out it was Glanzman doing the artwork, it was just like, whoa, well, there's two good reasons. Let's see if I need a good reason to buy a graphic novel these days. Okay, next here, let's get this open first of all before we start freaking out on it. Next is someone actually, last summer we, myself and my friend Paul Tucker, along with Jason Lutz and Scott Chater, and we'd had Chandler, sorry, we had an exhibition at Warren Comics, and one of the people featured besides us was Miriam Katin. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Who we had some stuff, but unfortunately she didn't join us for the exhibition. But when I seen this, it was just like, oh, this looks too cool. I got to get this. And I really love her style of drawing. It actually reminds me in a way of Raymond Briggs, only in black and white. But it looks pretty cool. It's a stunning memoir of a mother and daughter surviving World War II, and their subsequent lifelong struggle with faith. Oh, well, yeah, I can imagine that. I'd be struggling with my faith after War II. I love the cover too, by the way. Beautiful cover there, Miriam. And I love the color ones. It just has a really nice feel to it, right? But it looks to be mainly black and white. I love the look of it though. And these here, the colors there. But absolutely, I can't wait to sit down and read this one. This is going to the top of my reading stack. But check it out anyway. Beautifully done. And, geez, who did it? Oh, Drawn and Quarterly, of course. One of the best comic book companies out there. Especially seeing how it's from Canada. Now, this is a comic that I wasn't sure because I didn't read it when it was coming out in serialized form, but I'm a sucker for anything from Frank Miller, so I did buy his Xerxes. Kind of look cool, and like I said, I collect all his stuff anyway, so regardless of whether or not it's good or not, I had to add it to the pile. I like the look of the cover though. Very dramatic. Now, of course, 300 is an amazing piece. Probably one of his last really big, amazing pieces. But this too, like 300, is in the horizontal format here. Actually looks kind of cool in some ways. I like the... No, some people don't like his more recent style. I actually do. It has a really neat stripped down feel to it. So this too looks like one that I can read really quickly. I like the look of the art anyway. Kind of reminds me, it's almost like a very loose Ronin in a way. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to give it a read and see if it lives up to Frank's usual stuff. Yeah, anyway, why not? What else do we have here today? What else? Oh, Baffling Mysteries from Ace Comics. This is from the 50s, 53 to 54. Baffling Mysteries. Ace Comics was actually one of the early comic book companies out there. As a matter of fact, Ace actually, it put out the Phantom, I do believe it was, like a few months before Action #1. So, a lot of ways, Ace Comics was a very important company, historically anyways. This one here has Jim McLaughlin in it, Al Hartley, and Ace Baker. Not a lot of really familiar sounding names, but once again, as I've said time and time again that I show these, I really kind of like these PS Artbooks. The only thing is the credits. You guys really got to start putting credits, for the individual comics and all that, instead of us having to go online and look them up. But I don't know, there's still something really cool about 1950s comics. I've become more and more of a fan of as I've gotten older. I mean, I grew up in the 60s, so I wasn't that far off from them either. But yeah, and PS Artbooks, they do a fairly nice job of it. I like the covers. And here, have a look at this. And I like these, once again, the ads. The ads are just so cool. Oh, love that cover. But yeah, the coloring's half decent. It gives you, it gives a feeling almost that you have the actual comics just bound into a hardcover thing here. Oh, the Hourglass Waist Nipper. I don't know if that'd work on me. More Baffling Mysteries. But yeah, there's just some. Oh, it's another one of those sort of cool ads. Baffling Mysteries. Baffling indeed. Ooh, the Werewolf Strikes. For a higher pay, probably. Ooh, Chewing Gum Reduce. Yeah, not bad. And there's some, of course, other stuff coming out. But yeah, like I said, I've really gotten, really been taken in with this whole PS Artbook series. And I love the slipcases too. But I mean, they're basically collecting comics and stuff that no other company is collecting. So it's kind of cool. Thank you. Have some tea. So they're doing a real service to the art of comics, to the comic book community, to comics world, as I like to call it. Now let's see what we have here from Ziff Davis Comics. Ziff Davis is morphed into, I think they're like some kind of. They're a company that's still around these days, but they're actually an internet company now. I think like a content provider or something like that. But for a while out there, they were a comic book company. So this is from the summer 51-52, issues 1 to 5 of The Crime Clinic. Now, of course, for those of you who've watched this show before and seen me talking about crime comics and the like, I'm actually kind of a big crime comics fan. And when I seen this, of course, had to get this. I mean, I love the old style crime comics, like Crime Does Not Pay, Authentic Police Cases, with, oh God, what was it, with War on Crime from EC. I was looking over at my EC section there. So yeah, I got a thing for crime comics anyway. This one features, let's see, Leonard Starr, John Prentice, Irv Novick, among others. So yeah, kind of a sort of a who's who of the comic book world out there. Oh yeah, some of them I can read. The Irv Novick actually kind of stands out when I look at it. I actually kind of like to Irv's work. I think he's was one of the more underrated artists out there. Someone was saying to me about me using the word underrated to describe some people and all that, but it does. Now this one starts the Crime Clinic number 10, but it's actually the Crime Clinic. It's actually issue number 1, so it's 1 to 5. I think 10 and 11 are the first ones, and then goes to 3, 4, and 5 for the rest of the. Well, I like the look of it. It has a real hard bit, and especially this cover is cool here. I love this sort of hard-bitten approach to crime comics, right? Ooh, and here we have, is that Charles Atlas there? Yeah, Charles Atlas over there. Love those old-fashioned ads, I do. Now let's have a quick look through here. So yeah, and as some of you can hear, the fire alarm is still beeping out there. Ooh, look, this is, I think this is, like Sikowski. Actually, does look like him, actually. I think they misspelled his name back there. But yes, some of you may be hearing that in the background, but I figured it out. It was actually the smoke detector on my the second floor. So I have to get a battery and get that replaced. Oh, I'll check this out. This looks like, I wonder if that's stir there. But yeah, it's funny how the art in the 50s slowly started to get better and better. I mean, the comics, there were a lot of comics in the golden age that the artwork wasn't really great. Ooh, look at this. Save your hair. I mean, the artwork back in the golden age, there was artwork that was in the comic strips were always a lot better at that time than a lot of the comic book stuff. But as the years went on, the comics began to catch up in terms of the quality of the art with the comic strips. Now let's check this out here. Ooh, look at this. Jeez, that almost looks like Al McWilliams in a way. But I don't think he's listed here, no. But yeah. Actually, I think the art in this one is better than the last one. Oops, a few cartoons. Ooh, Slippery Slim. Law Laughs. Look at this. I mean, I love this. I mean, check out, you don't get covers like that anymore. Ooh, and How to Hypnotize. It's easy to hypnotize, apparently. Says a lot about what was on people's minds back in the 1950s, hey? It was funny with crime comics and horror comics. There was always, especially from the 50s, there was always a lot of talk about, ooh, look at that, pretty cool. About husbands and wives doing away with each other and stuff like that, and a lot of themes seem to have gone throughout all the comics from back then. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really falling in love with these. I love that one. That's my favorite, I think. Ooh, a G.I. Joe one. Ooh, G.I. Joe the comic. Pretty cool, eh? That was one of their big sellers. Ooh, and an electric razor. Check that out, people. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. But yeah, definitely, if you're looking for something a little bit different from your average, everyday superhero comic, give some of these PS Artbooks a try. Oh, hang on a second. One of my lights there after slipping down here. That one always slips down a bit. Well, geez, that's it. I didn't get any books last week. Well, I got a soft cover, a Quarto Maltese. So I'll have a look at those. Maybe do a separate feature for those someday. But otherwise, that's it for this week. Not a huge week, but well, actually some cool stuff nonetheless. Some great stuff to read there. In the meantime, I'll see all of you same bat place, same bat time next week. Thank you for having me over, as they say. Or as I like to say. Or as they like to say here. In the meantime, keep on reading. See you next week. Keep reading them comics too. Or else. Oh, there's my boom tube. Gotta scoot. Bye.